Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Again? Just where are you going?
Where are you going? You're not going to the bar again, are you?
You like hanging out, drinking beer at the bar, talking sports? Come on out and join us weekly. Guys at the Bar Talking Sports, your podcast for just that. Hanging out, drinking some beer, talking sports.
Thank you, everyone, for checking out Season 5 of Guys at the Bar Talking Sports. We are the new, improved version of the show you've loved for 4 seasons now, but we're a half decade in. Y'all know it.
5 years?
This is the 5th freaking season, bruh.
Sounds so old.
This is the 5th season. So,
Wow.
if you're new to the show, we're just a bunch of people in a neighborhood that get together. We're friends. We get together weekly to do a show, talk about sports, hang out, drink some brews. Typically, we're at a bar, but bars are too loud, and we want some good sound quality for our people. That's why we're calling it the New Improved Show, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes, and we might end up...
Maybe we mix it up in the bar here and there and everywhere.
Yeah, we just need to let our listeners know ahead of time that, hey, sometimes the sound quality's going to be shit.
Yeah.
You know? That's
And give
all.
us feedback.
Yeah, let us know what you
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, exactly.
If you miss the bar noise or if you hate the bar noise.
But there is a bar here.
So stay tuned, because you're in for a treat this week. We're going to argue and fight about the top 12 teams that most likely will make the playoffs. I think it's kind of laid in stone on who's going to be in the playoffs at this point. But you never know. I mean,
Laid in stone. You think you already know and have
No.
never played a game?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay,
man.
I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You
I'm
need another
kidding.
beer.
Calm down, Ray Stradamus.
Yeah, I know. I got my crystal ball in front of me, and I know. No, I mean, we always know every year it's fucking... It's
actually my leg
It's
you're
crazy
touching.
the first month, right? Because
Well,
you think
that's
so-and-so's going to be great. Like last year, at the end of September, like Colorado's going to be national championships. you know?
Right.
Well, I understand why they do it, and
Yeah.
that's why they put polls out this early so that folks like us have something to talk about. But I agree with a lot of our listeners, a lot of our folks on our Facebook page and our social media pages going, this is stupid. You should not put a poll out, or you should not put a ranking out till October.
Yeah.
So you sift through what you shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You sift through early season injuries to where you got something legit. And they have a very valid point from the standpoint of it matters, because the litmus test of these people, like where were they ranked to start the season, you can't tell me don't play into 6, 7, 8 games in, but how they should have been, how good they should have been.
I've been thinking along the line, and I don't want to get too much into conversation right now because I'm still in the middle of the intro, but I've been thinking along the lines of ranking it based on where you think it's going to be at the end of the season, because you know Alabama's probably going to take 2 or 3 losses, so they're not... I mean, who knows? But they might end up winning them all. Who knows? But
I digress, sir.
It's hard to tell what's going to happen, right? But anyway, so we're going to talk about some Heisman hopefuls as well. Maybe some of those sleepers that might get into the Heisman race, as well as get into the top. That 12-team playoff is what we're going to talk about mostly. So you can feel free to share the show with your friends. If it's your first time listening, make sure you hit that subscribe button on whatever app you're listening through. Give us some positive reviews on the podcast app as well. We do have it on Apple. We got like 40 some odd 5-star reviews. So I think we're the highest rated sports podcast in the world. We're just not the most listened to sports podcast in the world.
Let's fix this.
Tell your friends.
That. We have some goals this season.
Talk about ice hockey.
And we're going to talk about...
Yeah, apparently ice hockey is the way to go.
Talk about ice hockey. It's the way to go. But we're focused on college football right now. And that's what we're going to be talking about for now. So feel free to join our Facebook group as well. We do probably have the best Facebook group on the planet.
Yeah.
Better than most, because we actually kick people out of it if they talk too much. Not talk too much shit, but if they act like assholes, or if they're strippers trying to make some money.
You get a lot of those.
I do get a lot of those. If I had a...
How much money are we talking about here?
No, literally, I could become a pimp right now with all the strippers
that want to get on our
Facebook group, so they can solicit to all the men in our Facebook group, So I'm like,
hey, in this world, hey, man, you can't discriminate in today's world.
Yeah.
I noticed your profile. It looks like we could be good friends.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we always love it when people support our drinking habit as well. So if you want to, give us some beers. My man over here drinks Maker's Mark and Coke as well. Coke Zero, sorry. what is your cherry flavored soda that you're drinking?
No,
I
it's,
didn't even heard of this stuff. I send this
cheer
guy.
wine.
I send.
It's Zevia. They use stevia. You can use
You
Zevia.
don't like that.
Are you speaking Russian?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
All right, so you can send us some cash though if you want to through Venmo. It's at Guys at the Bar Talking Sports. So this season I'm not going to do introductions every week, and the reason why is because no one wants to hear the bullshit that we're drinking. No one cares, but they do care who we are. So we got my man. We got, what is your name? What is your nickname that
Handle.
we use?
The
What is your
Ripper.
handle?
The Ripper! I knew it, and that's why I was just waiting for you to say
Hey,
it.
first week jitters. Don't worry about it, guys.
It
It'll be
is
good.
first week jitters, yeah. We got the Rebel.
As always.
We got everyone's favorite blonde-haired lady, not the blonde, though.
Nope.
Her name is Cheeks the Felon. Cheeks the Felon.
Criminal.
Criminality up in
She's
here.
Fiona Apple from now on.
Getting pulled over by the police, having her car
The
searched.
Popo, that's why we're behind tonight.
Bad.
Yeah, sorry.
She went to jail. She's back. She broke out. She crawled through the window to get here for the podcast.
You know, that's a great transition into this new era of guys at the bar.
Oh, no, we're not talking about Georgia right now.
Yes.
Oh, I fit in perfectly now.
Yeah.
We're going to figure out the best way to not talk about Georgia. Okay, so... I mean, I love Georgia when Florida can beat them, but it's been a while. So that being said...
And that will continue this
as
year.
you know, I am Hanger. I'm going to go by Ray this season.
Oh, you're coming out.
I'm coming out of my closet. Yep.
Why
Wow.
so? Do tell. I'm interested.
Because everyone knows who I am. Like, Jesus Christ, it's not a secret. Like, y'all are completely anonymous. No one knows that y'all are on the show.
Everybody knows exactly who we are. Do you not know that I have my own specific fan club for this show?
No,
right.
I don't know. We've got like 500 new followers on Facebook because they're hockey fans that have no
Yes.
information who the hell we are.
But they're from
Lots
Canada
of
and they need to learn a little bit about college football.
Hey,
Eh?
I'm okay with that.
So let's jump into some college football then.
let's do it.
24/7 Sports posted the stats on who is the most likely teams to make it into the playoff based upon where we're at right now. Also based upon, obviously,
I like where you're going.
Vegas betting, right?
Yeah.
So the number one team that they had on that list is the Ohio State Buckeyes to reach the playoff, minus 650. Current national title odds are plus 400. So I don't even know what those numbers mean. I don't bet. I
It
don't
means they
gamble.
have
So
the
plus
best
400.
chance to
So
get
plus
there,
400
not
means
best
if you
chance
bet
to win.
$100, you would win $400. So
Okay.
so if you're in a
If
plus,
they win the national title, so
Correct.
so that's not a lot.
no,
like, you're gonna put up
that's
$100
a favorite
to win
right now.
four.
That means
That's a
they're probably
favorite.
the favorite to win a national championship right now. The only other one would have been Georgia. Who's Georgia? Which Georgia?
But Georgia has to get through SEC. Whereas Ohio State has to play Penn State. Do they play Penn State this season?
You got,
Yes.
Oregon you got two
and
yes,
things.
at the shoe though.
You're talking two different things. You're talking Ohio State is the most likely to make the playoffs. I'm pretty sure Georgia is the most likely to
win it all?
win everything.
They are, yes. So that
So what is
but-
Georgia's number? Do you know? Plus what? To win
Right,
it all?
Well, that's what we're going to get to
350.
next.
Okay.
So we're at Ohio State, and then the next one is Georgia. They're at minus 600. And
Oh
then-
wow! So minus 600
To make the
means
playoffs.
if you bet 100 to make the playoffs, you bet 100, you would win 60.
That's it?
That because they're the
you're gonna
favorite.
lose money
You're
if
basically
you-
betting on the favorite. No,
Okay.
you're just not.
Oh, you're going to win 60.
You win
Okay.
60. If you bet
Okay.
100, you would win 60.
Okay, gotcha.
But if you were to lose, you'd lose 160. That's what that means.
yeah. So national title odds is going to be plus 300.
Okay. So they're the favorite. So they're
the favorite
So
to
if you
win.
bet 100, you win 30. So
Yeah.
So they're a little. Yeah. That's
So
which
Oregon
that ain't
Ducks.
happening either.
Oregon Ducks are in there too. First year in the Big Ten. I'm surprised that they're so much favored right now.
Their
in
schedule sets up for it. Their only really ooh game is Ohio State. Is that in Eugene or is that in the shoe?
That's in
That's in
Eugene,
the yeah, that's in
October 12th.
That's why, because Ohio State is the one game on their schedule to where they probably won't be favored, and then it's in Eugene. That's why their odds are as high as they are.
Yeah, and if it's
they
like
got
a-
a very favorable schedule coming into that conference.
And if it's a late game, like it'll be midnight their time. If it was or 11
I'm
o'clock their
assuming
time.
it's going to be a 6 or 7 o'clock game.
Yeah, so
Eastern time.
and they'll be fine on that.
No. Unless game, no, I'm trying to think of that because
That'd be like what 3 or 4 o'clock.
see,
on
I don't
the
know.
West Coast.
I'm not remembering how game because that'll be a game day game when that plays unless somebody loses and
Yeah, 7
So-
p.m. their
so,
time.
7 p.m. their time puts it at
10
4
p.m.
o'clock here. So it'd probably be a 7 or 8 o'clock kick their time, which puts it at 4 or 5
10
our
o'clock.
time.
No, 10 o'clock our
No.
time.
Our time,
Yeah, you
10
went the
o'clock
wrong
our time. Went the wrong
Get
way.
it right there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Because they
Yeah.
they don't want to make it an 8 o'clock time theirs because now you're at midnight here. Nobody's going to watch it. Look, when these marquee games occur, it's all about ratings and who's going to watch. And the thing about West Coast football, when anything are involved, it's a matter of you got to pull your East Coast audience, and
Yeah.
so they got to get a time frame to where you're going to get both.
Yeah, 5 o'clock would probably be ideal then.
That would
their
be-
time, which
that'd
would
be
be
8
o'clock
which would be 8
kickoff,
o'clock
yes,
our time.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and with the change of these or with the change of the conference, with Pac-12 being gone basically now, except for 2 teams, and all these Pac-12 teams being in the Big Ten, they're gonna have to figure out how to make a national.
So are those
audience
two
every
independents
game.
this year?
No, they're still in the Pac-12.
So who's their
The
conference?
Pac-2.
I think
It's
they're
the
playing the
Pac-2.
Mountain West.
They're-
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah, I think the Pac-12 is.
Then they're
Yeah, they just had
it's a
the-
Mountain West. Conference.
Oregon State is about to be a conference champion.
Yeah, but then again, but they're not in the Power 4.
No, but they're
And
going to be a conference champion. It
yeah.
don't matter.
And I don't even know if it's considered a conference at this point either.
I'm so
because-
sorry, my burp smells so bad tonight.
Yeah, you stink too. Jesus, man.
Yeah,
What the
he's
hell?
over there acting like he's burnt and he's farting. That's what's happening.
Texas Longhorns. Texas Longhorns. They are way up on these rankings to reach the playoffs -230, and then current national title odds +850.
So, here's the thing. Make the playoffs. You now have 12 teams. Really, you got 11 teams because you got your one for your group of 5 school. It's going to be your 11 or 12 seed, which one of those
First year in the SEC. And they don't have the hardest schedule in
But
the
it ain't
SEC.
easy.
But it ain't easy.
It
I think, and I haven't looked at it in depth to be fair. I think their marquee games though they get in Austin. I think that's why people are
They play Florida in Austin. I'm going to that game, so I'm looking forward to that.
okay. That's like playing Kentucky these days, unfortunately,
well.
or Vanderbilt these days. So, and I say
You
that.
smack talk?
No,
Be
I don't
nice
mean
to me,
that.
man.
I know I am, and it pains me.
Listen,
Florida's
I
not
have
where it
so
is.
much positive thoughts about this season. I even got the flag this
Guys,
season.
look,
You know?
I love Billy Napier. I don't
Yeah.
want him to get canned. I want Florida to do well. The only
So-
game I hope they lose is South Carolina, and they're not playing them this year.
So Texas's schedule, ready? They got Colorado, first game of the season,
Win.
obviously, or Colorado State, sorry.
Win.
So they're going to win that game. You got Michigan the second
Win.
week. Michigan is not the team they were that last year.
Fair win.
I think that is a fair win for them as well. Now, it might be, they might be favored by 7 points.
If they have
maybe
one more
3
point than
points.
Michigan, that's a win.
Yeah, okay. UTSA is next.
Win.
That's easy, right?
Even
yeah.
though they're not bad, but that's a win.
Yeah, and then what the hell just happened? Okay, there we go. So
They got Oklahoma
Then
at
we
home.
got-
They got Georgia at home.
yeah, Oklahoma's a neutral site. So Oklahoma they
listen, Dallas,
play.
that's a win.
Yeah, Mississippi State is the SEC
Win.
team. That's a win. Georgia they play.
That's
at
the
home.
iffy one.
Yeah,
they play
the-
them in Austin.
They're playing in Austin, yeah. So that's an iffy one.
Yep.
But I think Georgia has the upper hand on that game for sure. But then again, Texas. We'll get into it more, but they are a good team this year. Legitimately,
They've been a good team for the last couple of years, but for the last
Sark
couple of
finds
years,
a way to lose.
yeah.
Well,
Vanderbilt.
here's
They
the
play
thing.
Vanderbilt.
The last
easy
couple
enough.
of years, Ewers gets hurt 1 to 2 games.
And
So how is Manning
So-
going to do filling in?
if
that 1
Manning
to 2
gets in the
games?
game, look, Manning is very much hyped up because of his last name. But I can tell you for a lot of reasons that don't apply to football, if Ewers gets hurt and Manning gets on the field, Ewers never sees the field again.
And he's fine because he has the size to run the ball, and that's what they say during practices. He could go in there. They say that there actually might be a place for him
Come on,
on the
Manning.
team. Yeah, like using him like Tebow was used in 2006.
I've said this many times.
For those short yards, we need short yards, or you're on the 10-yard line, and we just got to get into the end zone. I
To
think
your,
that
to
they're
your
using
point,
that.
Ewers has gotten so hurt in so many consecutive seasons. If he gets hurt now, he packs it in, says, I'm going to the league. My next field I see, I'm going to have an NFL logo on the side of my helmet. That's what he's going to do. Because he's not going to risk being so injury prone that they don't want to draft him. Wait and see.
You don't
Oh, yeah,
think that
Bruce.
he's going to try and eke it out so he can get a Heisman
No.
bid? Okay.
But he is. We'll talk about it later. He is somebody that can be looked at as a Heisman candidate if he stays healthy all season. He's usually missed 2 games, but he's still throwing 2,800 yards a season. Or not last season he was, and he was at 68% completion rate. So if he's better than he was last year, which he will be, it's a year more of
That doesn't win the
experience.
Heisman, though.
I know, but
No,
with
it depends on what the competition is.
with the talent that they have.
Right.
So, but they do have they have a relatively easy schedule for the SEC. You got Georgia in there, but really,
Who's on the other side? You say Georgia. Who's on the other side of that?
You're playing Texas A&M. You're playing Kentucky. You're playing Arkansas. You're playing Florida, Vanderbilt, and as you just said, Florida is like playing Vandy.
Where's
So,
the A&M game?
A&M
At
game
A&M,
is
I think last
is
game of the year.
in College Station. So.
That's how they finished.
But
the
then
season.
again, Texas A&M has a brand new coach. They're not going to be that good this season.
No,
I just don't
I
see
won't
it,
say they
man.
won't be that
They've
good.
had some good recruiting, but I just don't see a brand new coach coming in there winning 9 games. Not happening.
Probably not none.
To a team that has been in shambles for the last 6 years.
Not winning 9 games, but to put it together for one game to ruin the playoff chances of your rival
I
and
was
state
thinking
rival.
the exact thing. I mean, if you knock
Yeah.
off Texas to finish the year and go 7-6 and make
That's
a bowl
a
game,
that's a big win.
that's a great first year for a head coach.
5th most likely team to make the playoff. Are y'all ready for
Waiting on
this
you.
one?
Utah.
Notre Dame
That bullshit.
to make the playoff. Look at their schedule.
Leonard.
I was looking at their schedule the other day. They can go 11-1 easily. And if they are 11-1 with that Notre Dame bias that we have out there, we all know about it.
If they go 9-3,
they're in the top 12.
they
They're
don't
in the
have to
top
go
12 for
11-1.
sure.
They can go 10-2, possibly 9-3, and
squeak in. Yep.
because NBC wants them there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Based upon their schedule, I was just looking at it, and like there was one game that I was like, they played Florida State. That was
Yeah.
the only game that I said, all right, that's the only one that they're almost certainly going to lose. The rest of them are pretty solid, easy wins for them. And they have a new coach, or not new coach, sorry,
quarterback.
a new quarterback, Riley Leonard, who played for Duke last season.
Correct. Had a
Not
big-
that bad of a player, man.
No.
He beat Florida State.
He threw 1,200 yards in September, then got injured.
Yeah.
You know, like that is pretty solid talent right there. That's a 4,000 yard season starting off. But then he gets injured.
Now, the thing that I'm looking at from Notre Dame's perspective is this is just that you can tell they're a sign of the times, and we'll talk about this later. When's the last time they recruited a quarterback to play? Hartman was there last year. The guy before that was transferred. They
Montana?
They go to the portal.
Oh, so they have a quarterback that just got recruited to them. He was a number 20 quarterback in the country or something like that, freshman. I can't remember what his name is. But definitely someone that's going to fill those shoes of Riley Leonard next season, because Riley Leonard will be gone. Right?
Until somebody gets pissed off and jumps in the portal and they throw $4 million at them. And
Well, of course, yeah.
It's a whole new world, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it sucks.
In the quarterback
It's so
world,
hard to keep track of.
in the quarterback world, it seems like a quarterbacking. Like, look at Bo Nix last year. 2 years ago, he goes to Oregon, throws some yards like crazy. The following year,
Look at DJ Alphabet. He
Oh,
was
that
all
dude's
world
everywhere.
coming in.
Where is he at now?
he's at Florida
Florida State.
Florida State.
He goes to Oregon State, has a great year, does great, and then I'm on bail
Yeah.
because they're going to throw $2-3 million
I
at
thought you were
me.
the one who could pronounce his last name.
Uyunglele.
No, it's
oh,
DJ
oh,
Alphabet.
Uyunglele.
Yeah.
DJ Alphabet. Anyway, moving on.
Uyunglele.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. All right. Penn State and Nittany Lions are number 6.
10-2.
Most likely. To reach the playoffs, minus
Exciting.
145. National title odds, plus 2,000.
I
I'm
read
not
it-
going to put $100 on them winning the national championship.
I read an article that says James Franklin has now become the 10-2 guy. Do they fire him if he goes 10-2 again?
Not
They do
anymore.
not fire him at 10-2.
Not when that makes you the playoffs.
When has Penn State been expected to be 12-0?
Joe Pop.
Yeah.
In the 80s?
Exactly. When they
Yeah,
won
it's been almost as long as I've been alive since
No,
they were
no.
expected to do that.
I agree with everything. I said this is one of those unrealistic expectation kind of folks. It happened to Florida. The unrealistic.
Well, we have 3 national championships.
But my point
two
being
in the
is,
course of 3 years.
my point being is, you win 10-2, 10-2, 9-3, 10-2, and you go, that's not good enough, and you fire a guy, and now here you are. If they get on Franklin like that, they will be the next Florida, and I'm not picking on you with that. I swear I'm not.
Will they get 3 national championships out of it?
So
What if they hire another guy?
No, I mean we had one under Spurrier and two in
With Meyer.
Oh, yeah, under Meyer.
This
in
is
06
Franklin's
and
last year.
08.
No, I don't believe so. So
Penn State's not going to win a national championship anytime soon.
No.
I'm sorry, John. There's a guy named John that I argue with or talk to back and forth in the
It
group.
was hard
He's
enough.
a big Penn State fan.
It was hard enough for them to advance with Michigan and Ohio
Let me get
State.
that.
Now we've added Oregon and USC, and I think USC is slowly climbing out of their mediocrity.
USC talking about Southern Cal?
Yes.
They're dog shit.
But Penn State's quarterback, Drew Aller, big, accurate, and capable running quarterback, they're always going to have a strong defense. If they can manage just to get through the season without any surprising losses, get through 10-2, you get through a Big Ten season 10-2, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah, so that's the thing is, and now this is what I do like about all of this. You now have what I grew up in with 1AA. Just make it. And then the season starts over again. Just get in the playoffs. I don't care what you did. Just get there. And now, it's a clean slate. You just put 4 games together. You get an upset here and there. And lo and behold, you may hoist a trophy. I mean, that's what I love.
You can be 9-3 and be in the number 12.
And then all of a sudden you get some upsets in a playoff because somebody puts it together. Look, what I've always gone back to, and I've had a lot of people argue with me about this when it comes to this playoff system, was when I was playing in college, they had a 16-team playoff in 1AA. The one year, UMass, the number 14 seed, won the national championship at 7-4 coming into the playoffs, and the main reason being is they put it together for a big game in the first round, upset somebody, and then there was 2 upsets of teams that should not have lost, and the next thing you know, they ran in and got in the national championship, and I think beat Villanova in the national championship. So you had a 7-4 playoff team that won a national
How many
championship.
people are in that playoff?
16.
Can I do a
16
quick poll?
teams.
Can I do a quick poll around the table?
Yep.
Go for it, yeah, whatever.
All right, so is the national champion for 2024 going to come from the top 6 or the bottom 6?
Whoo.
Ray.
Whoo.
The top 6, of course.
Top.
You make me put money
They get
on
a
this?
bye.
No. This
The
is
first
just,
4 teams are going to bye.
This is something for...
You talking about preseason ranked top
No.
6?
I'm talking about when the 12 teams are announced for the college
Number
football
1 through
playoff.
6 or number
All right,
6.
so we'll
or
touch
7
on this in
through
a
12.
minute. This year, top 6.
This year, top 6.
This year, top 6.
Yeah. I think over the next
Year
several
it
years...
changes, yeah.
Yeah, I think over the next several years, things start to even out. The Big 12 becomes gets a little bit more strength on their teams, because right now the Big 12 is a conference that's sitting there and like you don't know who the hell's going to win that conference, right? It's hard to tell because you got Utah. You got Utah. They say it's going to be the most exciting conference to watch this season because there's not going to be one dominant team.
Or it's going to be the biggest joke.
No,
I still think
it's
it's
the
gonna be pretty-
funnest to watch, but the biggest joke is the end
I
because
think
you're
it's going
going
to
to
be pretty
say
top heavy.
yeah, you're going to say
Right.
none of it. No, you got
There's
Utah.
more parity. There's more
There's
parity.
more parity, yeah.
Yeah.
So you
More
got
parity.
Utah, you have Kansas, you have Kansas State, you have Oklahoma State, you have Baylor. Like these are all teams that legitimately could win the
That's
Big 12. this
5
year.
out of like 18 teams.
But I could go on. I'm just saying, like
Yeah, you can move into Arizona.
yeah, like there's teams in there that can. I mean, Colorado. What if they're? I don't know. What if somehow they get out there because it's going to be a heavy offensive dominated conference this season. It's not like the Big 12 has ever been a big defensive dominated team.
You're
Right.
about
Only
to,
in the 90s.
you're about to say what I just said. The Big 12 is about to become the Pac-10. They're going to put up points. They're going to look flashy.
Yeah.
And then they're going to run into a defense and get destroyed.
And they're gonna go play against an SEC team in the playoff, and they're gonna lose, or the Big Ten, and they're gonna lose. I mean, it's just gonna be the way it's gonna be.
100%.
But then again, over time, I'm getting back to what I was about to say. Over time, I think that you're going to get less parity within the Big 12. You're going to have 2 or 3 dominant teams in each of the conferences because those are the 2 teams that are going to make the playoffs no matter what. Then you'll have 4 other teams or 3 other teams because they'll be kind of like in the playoffs just because, you know?
Well, there's a
that are
topic
pretty
I'm
good.
going to touch on that just came to light in the last 2 to 3 weeks that I think it's going to filter into this conversation. I'm going to try to figure out where I'm not being disrupted to have this conversation is the lawsuit that just was settled when the NCAA, as having a daughter who's about to be a collegiate athlete, it's a really, really big deal that's not being talked about because of what they're doing with the NCAA.
It sounds like a what the fuck moment. Are we doing that?
Shoot, I totally forgot about what the fuck.
No, he didn't
So-
put that on our agenda.
Hey, but that's a good
So,
what
so
the fuck.
I'll give you.
Hey, I don't have to have an agenda.
I got your
I can
back,
do it.
brother.
This is the new and improved guys in the
So,
Rocket
so,
Sports.
so I'll give
Yes,
you. So
thank
I'll
you,
give you a
Ray.
bridge version for the folks who don't keep up with this as much
Teaser.
as this. The NCAA got sued, and basically for reasons
By
that
whom?
it's the universities, for
A
lack of a better term.
conglomerate.
So basically, what they did is they've come in, and what they've done is they've now got sued. And there's a multifaceted of this lawsuit that basically says, I think it's 2016. If you was an athlete at a university, the NCAA said the universities have to go back and pay you to play because now, if you participate, this is a big key piece of this. If you participate, now the university can pay you to play sports.
I've heard that
Okay.
they don't pay them immediately; they pay them when they graduate, though.
It don't matter. They can still
Yeah.
pay you, okay?
Okay.
And so basically, if the universities participate, that's a key piece. If you don't participate, you don't have to pay. Well, tell me this as a recruit. I got a university that's going to pay me. I'm being arbitrary as hell here. $500 a month to play a sport, and this one over here is recruiting, and they're not participating. Where do you want to go?
To the one that's paying.
It's paying, okay?
Of course.
So that's a key piece. The other big piece with this is they've said now they are increasing, so I'm getting that order because the order matters. They are limiting and they are capping the roster sizes of all the sports, okay? So, for example, football right now, they're going to cap that at 105 people. You can't have more than 105 people. For my daughter, it's, as I understand, and I'm not the expert on this, they're capping it at 28 soccer players. So what that means is you're about to ruin walk-ons. My alma mater lives on walk-ons. They're about to be no more because you can't do it because they're capping football sizes at 105 players. So what that's going to be is you cap. You can't. It's not that you can have a walk-on, they're not on a scholarship. You can't roster any more than these kids.
You can't have an agreement that says
No.
that you agreed to not be paid and be
No, you can roster this many kids. That's it.
Wow.
So you're going to have all this talent now in the transfer portal that might be one of these that's fallen down to this, and now a lower team that may not go in and just rate the portal. To where I'm going with this is Kentucky's women's soccer team this year has 40 kids. They have capped them at 28 kids starting next year.
So there's 12 kids that are going to be
Cut, or they've already started calling recruits for next year. Sorry, we don't have a spot for you. But
Okay.
so then the schools are saying that we had to cap it because you would bankrupt us if we have to pay all these kids.
Yeah, of course.
But here's where it gets interesting: is football not so much, but so much. If you make the roster, it has to be a full scholarship. So women's soccer that I'm intimately involved with had 13 scholarships. Now they get 28 full scholarships. Football used to get, if you were Power 5, Power 4, got 80 scholarships. They now have 105 full scholarships to offer because they capped them at 105 people.
Intimately.
So my point being with this
you trying to
is,
get intimate with me?
yes. So my point being is
You're
this:
not a
is
girl
number
soccer
one
player.
is my daughter may just got to a full scholarship and I'm dancing in the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are. Good
Number
job.
two is you now have 25 more scholarships that you can offer these players to bring them in. Does that change these dynamics when you're recruiting these players in? To
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure it does a little bit. If you have,
I'm not certain, but let me know when you find a good place to work that into the conversation.
I'm just saying.
Ole Miss Rebels.
I like them.
Ole Miss Rebels, number 6. They are to reach the playoffs minus 125. Current national title odds a little high up there, plus 1,500.
It's because their schedule lines up well.
Yeah, well, Lane Kiffin has put together a good team this year. Literally,
Hell of a TikTok guy.
Well, yeah, the offense. His press conferences are terrible to watch. By the way, he is
They're
just,
entertaining at least.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
that
That's
guy.
the way that he talks, though. It's like you either love it or you hate it. Sometimes I love
Hate it.
watching it. Other times I'm just like,
I think
gosh,
he's
shut
stoned
up,
when he
dude.
walks in there.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
So I think that Ole Miss has a better defense than they did last year.
100%.
They went to the portal. They got the right people in the places that they need them to be. This is a team that can legitimately win the SEC.
Dart is your Heisman Trophy winner, as long as he stays healthy.
Really?
I said it right here.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's definitely a chance that he can be the Heisman Trophy winner. He had, I think,
I'll eat
29.
crow if that's the case.
I think he had 3,500
might be
yards
dark
last
horse.
season. I'll have to look that up. It's on
I
my
got it.
I think
it's
Mike
on my
has to-
cheat sheet somewhere, y'all. Where's the Ole Miss on the cheat
Right here
sheet?
you go, buddy.
All right, ready? Yeah,
I'm
so
sorry.
we got Jackson Dart,
Ray.
3,400 yards last season, 23 touchdowns, 65% completion rate. Like that guy.
Which isn't that good for college quarterbacks anymore, honestly.
3,400 yards is good for a college quarterback.
65% completion isn't, I mean, that's average anymore.
Yeah. But if he's better than he was, and he's going to have
The key to Ole Miss this year is whether they have success and whether he looks good. And this is what Ole Miss, as habit, has missed the last couple of years is if they have a running back and they try to establish a running game that will now open up the passing game, they're going to have a lot of success.
Hey, what happened to their running back?
They did have an injury on their running back.
So that's the Ripper's point is he's throwing 65%. The reason being he's throwing the ball 50 times a game. So if he gets that down and he's throwing it 30 times a game and running the ball a lot,
But
gets
that's
fun.
not going to be Lane Kiffin's. That's not going to
not
be his
his
MO.
MO.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, we said that at the same time, man.
Jinx.
That is not his MO.
So cute.
Lane Kiffin is a throw it up in the air kind of coach. Loves that fun, fast paced offense. It's going to be the same this year. Lots of good wide receivers
You're right.
there.
You're right. But what I'm
You say that, but Quinshon Jenkins he had like the second most rushing yards ever for an SEC running back his freshman year 2 years ago at Ole Miss.
But to you, let me tell you
That's
what. Let me
1,500
tell you
yards.
Wait, who won it 2 years ago?
What are you talking about?
You going back to Caleb freaking Williams.
I'm not talking about Heisman. I'm just saying you're talking about Lane Kiffin's MO being he doesn't like to run, but 2 years ago
He will run if he have a
2
good
years
running
ago,
back.
his running back led the SEC in rushing.
But here's where I'm gonna go with this. I want something near and dear with you. When did Spurrier win a national championship? When he got a running back. When did the coach Florida Meyer? He brought in Fred Taylor. When did your boy up at Ohio State win a national
Fred
championship?
Taylor was 1996.
it wasn't Fred
National
Taylor, but
championship.
You know what I'm talking about. Sorry.
well, listen,
Yeah.
no, that's Miami.
No, but I'm
yeah.
saying is, so when did Ohio State
You
start winning?
gotta have some sort of balance.
You gotta have a running back.
You do, yeah, for sure. You have to have that threat in the backfield for sure.
Yes.
Whether it's your quarterback or both. Running back. and
Maurice
quarterback.
Claret. That's all I gotta say for my old state over here.
Claret, Zeke.
Alabama Crimson Tide, number 7.
Oh boy.
Plus 100 to reach the playoffs, plus 1,500. We went into the plus in the reach of the playoffs. So that being said, you got a new coach there, right? I just don't know, man. I was looking at their roster today. I was just trying to dig into it, man. And I just do not see a lot of returning I see returning talent that's good. I don't see any great returning talent on that team.
They
except
lost
for
their center.
quarterback.
Their center. They lost their starting center, and that is key for a quarterback to be successful.
This is the year they shit the bed.
So 7
9
wins?
and 3.
To
7
me,
and 4.
7, yeah.
You think?
7 and 4. You've
7
got
and
a
5.
pack. 75. Sorry,
we're
75.
missing a game
75.
Yeah.
You've got a Pac-12 coach trying to bring a Pac-12 mentality to the SEC.
I think he's smart enough to know that he's not going to just bring the Pac-12 to the SEC.
He's going to try to be very offensive oriented and just trust a defensive guy that he hired can run a defense.
It also depends on the coaches that he hired to go along with him too. If he goes with that same mentality, he's
75.
screwed.
And
So,
Jalen Milroe
yeah.
is not a Pac-12 kind of quarterback. He's a quarterback that has the ability to run the ball around.
But when you try to run a Pac-12 offense,
I got to jump in.
Okay, jump in.
Who was Alabama's head coach? Who was his quarterback last year?
Jalen Milroe. Who's quarterback?
Last year.
Oh, for the new coach.
Yes.
Oh, it was
Penix.
Yeah, Michael Penix Jr. Yeah, but he wasn't a running. Like he threw so many yards last season, like 4,500 or something. It was a fucking enormous number.
So my point is, he may not fit his system.
No, Jalen Milroe does not fit the system of this Alabama coach.
Exactly.
But then again, I think that the coach is smart enough to know that you're not going to bring that same system over to the SEC. He's a win.
Every coach
He
takes
has
a
more-
system. Every coach takes a system.
Well, he might be deferring to his quarterback
I mean,
coach
right?
too.
Every coach.
Give
has
me the
a
last
system.
coach that walked into a team that
And
had a ton of success
No.
the next year. I can name one.
I
can name
agree.
one. Larry Switzer.
Larry Coker.
Lincoln Riley.
You can't call that
They were like
bullshit they were
9
doing out in L.A. success.
All right, so
I can't whenever
Alabama.
it irritates you.
Alabama definitely 8-4ish this season.
I'll give them 9-3 to 10-2.
8-4, 7-5.
Because it is still Alabama. They still do have a lot of talent. But they lost their safety. They lost their center.
I was looking at their defense and offense and just looking at the numbers that their wide receivers put up last season. They don't have anyone that has over 500 yards last season.
So, and again, I go historically, and I can't. This is a rhetorical question: is name the last time a coach followed an absolute icon and had the success
Larry
that
Coker.
the guy for what 1 year?
He won a national championship.
Yeah, with the guy, he didn't do shit. He just showed up.
Again, that was 1990.
But what I'm trying to tell you is Alabama's recruiting classes, because of now NIL and these kids going all over the place, ain't Larry Coker's class.
And Saban was saying as much.
That's why he bolted. That's why he left. Krzyzewski left. Roy Williams left. All these coaches, regardless of sport, bailed out of here because they were like, I can't pay them under the table anymore. It's out there. I can't have an advantage. So what I'm trying to tell you is, look, I'll sit here and say I was wrong. They will be 7-5, 8-4 at best. They may squeak into the playoff because they're SEC. I don't think they get there.
I agree with you. So
They're not
I'd
gonna
like
make it
to
to
hear you
playoffs.
say. I want to hear you say I was wrong, but I agree with you.
LSU Tigers.
Did you do it anyway?
LSU Tigers number 8 to make the playoffs. Brian Kelly
Is a bum.
is his third season there.
Yeah.
Where has he won, like, the big stuff?
No, he hasn't won the
Yeah,
big stuff.
exactly. He'll go 8-4,
He's due.
9-3.
Do you think that they fire Brian Kelly at the end of the season
No.
if they do?
No.
If they
You know,
go
when it comes to
8-4?
coaches, especially in the SEC, you got to look at
LSU fired their coach after the year after he won a national championship. They fired their freaking coach.
Was that Edo?
Well, I would
Yeah.
say.
No, he was there for another year after that.
No. It was the next year that he won in 2019 and he got fired in 2020.
So LSU, the biggest concern is they're losing their Heisman winning quarterback and they're losing their best receiver. That's too much production to replace in a single season and make it back.
This
Too
is going to
much.
be a tough season for LSU.
I think they're a good team. I think Nussmeier, whatever the hell his name is, I think he's a decent quarterback, and they've got a good receiver coming back that was their number 2. But they're not going to be where they were at this past year.
I'm
Eight
kind
and
of,
4.
as you're starting to get down this list, because I know you got other topics you want to roll to. Here's what I'm telling you.
I'll
This
stay on
year,
whatever topic we want to talk about.
this year,
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
there's other topics I want to talk
It's a
about.
new rag.
It's
This is
Ray.
the new improved guys talking sports. I'll do whatever the hell I want to, bitch.
My point being is, all these, in my
Until
opinion,
Chris isn't here.
in my opinion, all these projections and predictions about this 12-team playoff is based off past historical data and how the system worked up till now. I'm telling you, a lot of these teams we're talking about here, I'm not going to go half. A quarter ain't there. Ain't there because it's,
LSU's not going to make the playoffs.
I don't think so.
I don't think they made the playoffs. I'm telling you,
I agree.
Not
don't.
even a
man.
bowl game?
No, they're going to make a bowl game.
They're
They're not going to make the top 12.
No, you got to say it's
Yeah.
top 11 because the group of 5 tops team gets that
Okay.
12th spot
Yeah.
or 11th spot.
No
They're
matter what, the
No.
best group of 12 or the best group of is it
5.
5? The best group of 5
gets in.
conference champion is it a conference champion
Or
is it-
ranking.
or ranked?
That
it's
I
the,
don't know.
No. It's the top. This is the way that the playoffs is working this season. The top 5 conference champions by of the group of 4, the conference champion gets in no matter what.
Yes, right.
Of the other group of 5, the highest ranked one
Gets in.
that's a champion
Do we
gets
even
in no
have a
matter
group
what.
of 5, though?
What's that?
Do we even have a group of 5 anymore?
Yes. No, that hadn't changed.
Yeah,
The
We're
group
the
of 5 is
Pac-12.
no. Who?
yeah. Pac-12.
I'm sorry. The Power 5.
No, you got Power 4.
So now it's Power 4. So this is what I think. I think you're going to get 3 from the SEC, 3 from the Big Ten, 2 from the ACC, 2 from the Big Ten, and then you got your group of 5.
Group of 5.
You got one, and that's gonna be Liberty. They're gonna
That's
be the
12.
best team.
The
Oh,
fuck
dear
it is.
God.
Record-wise,
I'm going
the
Tulane.
reason why I said they do not
Oh.
play They don't play a Power 4
No.
game all season.
They have a really
They're going to be
wussy schedule.
undefeated. Their schedule
That matters.
Their schedule is so easy.
Yeah.
They're
You know
not
what?
Florida State.
Let me explain something to you guys. September 28th.
Hey, if you beat on my table again, I'm gonna beat
September
your ass.
28th, they get their ass kicked.
Oh, why would that be?
Because they're in Boone, and App State's going to kick the shit out of them.
Wow.
Well,
you
I
didn't
hope
see that
so.
coming, did you?
No.
I hope so. But if they go,
They lose September 28th. You can go ahead and put the money on it.
Rebel, you're frightening me.
if Liberty goes undefeated, they don't play a Power 4 team at all this season. If
get
they
it.
go undefeated and they win their conference,
Which is not very
So
good.
unfair.
they're going to be the highest ranked.
I don't think so, because the
don't think so
schedule
either.
matters.
The schedule matters this year, way more than it ever has.
playoff
They
committee is
changed
gonna
the
look at that.
criteria.
But if they're 12-0 at the end of the season, Liberty is going to be
I don't
in the
believe so.
playoffs and
I don't think so. So if you take
with possibly a bye.
No, so I'm gonna give you an example.
No, they won't have a bye.
No.
They
They
won't
would
have a
they would
bye.
be the 12
The
seed
Power
playing
4
the
will.
5.
Yeah.
So if Liberty goes undefeated, but their schedule is trash this year.
It's trash, yeah.
So if they go undefeated, which that one means they beat App State, so I'll take them off the table for a second. That shit ain't happening. But I'll have this conversation. But for example, Memphis, if Memphis loses one game, Memphis' schedule is very much better. They get in. Boise State loses one game. A one-loss Boise State gets in over
Tulane, like they lose a close game to Kansas State.
Correct.
Tulane,
No, the
they're in.
AAC is the strongest conference within that power.
I disagree.
I'm saying if your only loss is to a potential playoff team,
Like I'll give you an example. I'm gonna play just Homer for a second.
Okay, Homer.
App State plays Clemson, second week of season. I'll be
loses
there.
by 14. I'm just saying, hypothetically.
I don't think they lose by 4.
Hypothetically.
I'm just
And
saying.
that's the only
That's not a
loss.
blowout.
And that's the only loss.
That's not a blowout.
Yeah.
They get in.
Yeah, and
They
that's-
get in.
and that's
Because-
in Clemson, right?
To Ray's point, the Sun Belt, top to bottom, is the better conference. The best group of 5 conference. You got other conferences that have better teams at the top. They have better teams at the top, but the Sun Belt, top to bottom, is a better overall group of 5 conference. You got Troy, you got Lafayette, you got Coastal, you got App State,
Coastal could do
Georgia
something.
Southern, you got Marshall. I'm telling you, it's a better conference top to bottom. Now, Coastal ain't because old boy's at NC State now.
That's okay.
He's my sleeper. NC State, that's why NC State's my
wait till you-
sleeper ACC team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bartender.
I love you, Bart.
I know.
Anyway.
So we're gonna take a quick commercial break so I can pour some prosecco
Thank you.
and
That's
get
good.
some
That's good.
Makers. No, you're getting more.
You do get to edit this
Do
thing.
you need a Bush Light?
I'll take a Bush Latte, por favor.
Alright. See that we're at a bar. This is Ray's Bar and Grill.
Yeah, there you go. And what are you cooking?
Wait,
then?
where's the grill?
You better fire up that oven or something.
I know. I mean, I need next week. I'll have some snacks. All right.
I was going to bring treats if I wasn't a felon.
Yeah, felon. All right.
Criminal.
Yeah.
So okay,
Wow.
next plan. Ready? We got. I don't know how the hell Michigan is the ninth most
I
likely
said
team
the
to make the
same
playoffs.
thing out loud to myself.
Having a brand new coach, having a team
Because
that
they're
is
the
a
defending champions,
But
so
they're
they get that.
But Jesus Christ, they're the fraction of what the team that they were last season.
Yeah.
Well over half of those
Hey,
starters went home.
This
Like,
is
are-
why
are in
things.
the NFL right
This
now.
is why things are going to go downhill. They had Harbaugh coming back to be like the coin toss or the guess whatever the fuck it is. All right, and
On
he
a chariot with-
turned them down and say, "No, I don't want to leave my NFL team."
No, because they afraid he might arrest his ass
Yeah,
if he
fact.
comes back.
Right,
to
don't
Ann
go
Arbor.
back and
Y'all
We're
need to
putting you in
shut up.
cuffs. So I can share a jail cell.
I was happy to see Michigan.
Jim Harbaugh, you fucked over your team there. You should feel
Don't be bitter.
bad for yourself.
Because he's beat y'all 3 years in a row. Don't be bitter.
No. I gave him all of his due, but that's fucked up.
That being said, I don't
He
know
screwed
how.
over a fan base.
I don't know how Michigan is the 8th or 9th most likely to make the playoffs,
Yeah.
but the one that I think should be way higher up there is Florida State. And the reason why I say that
Because they just went.
Whoa.
is no, they're playing in the ACC.
Yeah.
There's a path to making the playoff, and that is being in the ACC is the first thing. You just need to be good enough to beat a bunch
Clemson.
of crappy teams
11
in
and 1.
Clemson, and that's it.
Right.
11-1.
You know?
Yeah.
Barring injury, North Carolina State wins the ACC this year.
Who's your second team?
Again,
course.
really? I
There
mean,
you
they
go.
want-
So you agree?
Oh, no.
yeah. So, but if I think that for the playoffs, I think that everyone that is in a conference championship
Goes.
almost. I mean, there might be an exception, but for the SEC,
Yeah, because like last year, was it Minnesota was like 8-4 and got into the championship.
yeah,
game,
exactly.
Like that.
But then again, that's not going to happen in the Big Ten this year. But it might happen in the ACC because the Big Ten and the
It's
SEC
no longer East and West.
Yeah, the Big Ten and the
top
SEC
two.
both got it.
Yeah. So now you go on a top 2. If you make a conference championship game in a Power 4, you are 8 of the teams that are in.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
ACC might be a little bit differently because they still have a North and
But
South.
but I think even with that, you're talking Clemson, Florida State, and North Carolina State. I mean, they should run roughshod. They'll beat the piss out of one another a little bit.
Yeah.
But unless there's an upset, I think still the ACC, your top 2.
And let's
probably
not
gets in.
forget
Yeah.
Miami.
Miami ain't worth a damn.
We'll see.
That coach can't get it done.
I have Miami on my
I
know-
hope so because Florida plays in the first game of the season.
Hey, the
so-
pundits are saying Miami is
Wow.
the most overrated team in college football this year.
Underrated.
Underrated team in college
Well,
football.
they're
I have
ranked
them on my
19th.
list.
They're ranked
Yeah.
19th right now.
You know, so if they can finish out 10-2, be the second place team in the ACC, there may be a spot for them.
I think the team to watch this season, and this is where they're at,
Oh.
is Mizzou.
Oh, God.
Cook.
Their schedule is ridiculously stupid
Right.
easy.
Exactly.
Ridiculously stupid easy. They got Cook coming back for a third season as a starter. The dude is a fucking beast at quarterback.
He tore up
With-
Ohio State's
Yes, but he
fifth
doesn't have
stringers
to use
last January. So
But this is a team that is legitimately good, like a good SEC team that has an easy schedule.
Most of the teams they're playing, they could play the third string quarterback.
But all they gotta do is get to the SEC championship, and then they're in. Then all they gotta do is get in, then they're in, and then
I mean, they're ranked 11th in the preseason.
Let's say it's Georgia Mizzou in the SEC championship, or Texas Mizzou in the SEC championship. Then you got Georgia, Texas, and Mizzou going to the playoffs.
This year more so than past because you don't have East and West. It's top 2 teams in the conference, not total record in the conference. Go to the championship game, and you can't argue it because it's the body of work, and you're playing in the SEC, and they would get there, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. They would get there.
Why would you not put Mizzou in if they?
I will tell you why
SEC?
they're not going to be in there. Because October 5th, they go to A&M.
They win.
Mizzou wins that game.
Yeah, I
October
think so, too.
26th,
Yeah,
they
Cook's
go
a good player.
to
Like-
Tuscaloosa. They have to
They
play
lose that.
a better team, Oklahoma. And God damn it, these fucking Gamecocks are going to beat them here in Columbia on November 16th.
Well, God, I hope so. God, I hope so. Okay, Tennessee Volunteers, number 9.
That's 4 losses, I think.
Tennessee Volunteers. Don't we have some fans that listen to the show?
A lot. My opinion on
that
Tennessee.
love Tennessee.
Two.
Here's my thing is that
Hey, we gotta
My
get some
favorite,
earmuffs for Landon,
my favorite
right?
Landon 6-year-old
Earmuffs, buddy.
legendary.
he's
kid.
down at Hilton Head right now, living his best life.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
good
Yeah, we
So-
cursed a lot. Yeah.
Well, he don't listen. He just puts in his picks.
All right.
Okay, good.
So
Mom and
Tennessee,
Dad
in my
earmuffs.
opinion, Tennessee has a little bit. So if you look at you're looking at a graph, they have a little bit of a dip this year. But if you look at who they're bringing in next year, Tennessee is about to be a team to reckon with.
Just
next
having
year.
a quarterback that is fresh. I think he played 1 or 2
Fresh?
games last. A fresh quarterback, someone brand
new.
brand new, right? He played 2 games at the end of the season last season. I think he played a half a game, then a full game. Playing well in
I
Josh
like your
Heupel's
adjective. Is that the right word I'm using there?
playing
Yes.
playing well in Josh
descriptive
Heupel's.
word.
It's called Heupel, but go
Heupel.
ahead.
Damn it! Can I get my fucking statement out?
No.
Heupel. Playing good in the Tennessee.
Heupel.
He was. Oh Jesus! Shut the fuck up. All right, so this
Oh, I
is why
love
we
this new
shouldn't drink
season.
too much while we're
I
on
love
the
this
show.
new season.
All right, so yeah, exactly. Is it Heupel or Heupel now?
Heupel. It's always been
I
Heupel.
knew that. Okay,
Jake
I'm reading
Merklinger.
it phonetically now.
Is it
Okay.
Jake Merklinger that you're talking about?
This
Phonetically,
new
did you read the
quarterback,
dictionary today?
whether he fits in or not. I mean, they like to throw the ball long. They like those
Where's he
40,
from?
50-yard passes. So
It don't matter.
You got Navy Schuler,
Mama.
Gaston Moore, Jake Merklinger.
Clemson Tigers.
Wait a minute. Did you say Navy Schuler?
Yeah.
All right, so let me give you a little background on Navy
He's
Schuler.
a senior.
Navy Schuler came to App State as a freshman and ended up being 3rd on their depth chart.
So he's not starting.
Navy
And he's
Schuler,
in Tennessee now.
yeah, because
Yeah.
his
Okay.
dad played there. But Navy Schuler came and could not win the backup job, damn sure couldn't win the starting job. He was third deep at App State. That's where he was recruited to.
I
But
bet
where did he end up at? Did he
Tennessee.
But, okay.
maybe it's Nico Iamaleava.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
6'6" freshman from Long Beach, California.
That's the new quarterback that's coming in at some
Well,
point.
and then I think they
he
got
Hawaiian?
backup, yeah.
Well, that's what. So the point being is, I don't want to digress.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
year,
Digress.
Tennessee, I think,
We never
has
digress.
has a little bit of blip. I think they have a little bit of a
Yeah,
down
definitely
year
do.
compared to the last two.
A
They will.
rebuilding year for.
Fair enough. But rebuilding may mean 7-4. Okay, it's not terrible.
They played 12 games.
According to this, they're at least 10-2 because they're in the playoffs.
But
Well, that's wrong.
But they have signed the number one
We're
rated
experts.
quarterback in the
Yes.
country next year. So, or they've got a verbal commit from the number one rated quarterback in the country next year is going to Tennessee.
No,
So,
I don't know where you're getting your
No,
numbers
that's
from.
2026 recruiting
There you
class. Yeah, so that's 2 years.
2025 is going to Ohio State.
oh, for fuck's sake!
That, okay. Let's keep a hold
Take
on.
it in St. Clair, baby.
I got my fishing pole out. I'm reeling y'all
the
in.
best.
I'm reeling y'all in,
Hey.
okay?
It's all good, brother.
Clemson
Are
Tigers.
they just underperform? It's all good.
Clemson Tigers, number 11.
That's dog shit.
All they got to do is win the SEC or ACC, and they're in.
It ain't
And
happening.
They have a little
I mean, you might be able to go 8-4 and win the ACC. Though.
is it Cade Klubnik? Is
What
there?
about
Is there
Jay
is there-
Klubnik?
So
What's that?
it's
What's
his
that, Jake?
second season as a starter.
You want me to tell you who's about to ruin
Yeah.
their national
They're gonna be
championship
in-
hopes?
I think Florida State and Miami.
NC State.
No.
Why are y'all talking across the table again?
Because you won't shut the fuck up and let anybody else talk.
Damn, dude.
Cheeks, what you got to say?
All right, no more cursing on my show.
You want me to tell you why? You want me to tell you why? Why their national championships hopes are dead?
Why is Clemson not going to?
Because week 2, the
That's
Giant
right.
Killers are about to go to Clemson
App State.
and either beat them or play them way too close for comfort.
He loves to talk so much. But you're like me talking about Florida at the beginning of the season. App State now is going to beat
Why are you yelling
Liberty.
at me?
They're going to beat.
They are going to beat Liberty.
Clemson,
No,
who
no,
else
no.
are they gonna beat?
I said if they don't beat them, they'll play them close enough to put enough doubt in people's mind to go, they're not a national contender.
Do they play Miami?
No.
All right, because that is the 12th name on the list for the most likely to make the playoffs. And I think the reason why FSU, Clemson, and Miami
We
are
beat
on this
Florida
list
this year, you know
is
that,
just
Because the ACC fucking sucks.
because the ACC
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah, so they just one of those three is going to get in.
There you go.
App State would beat Florida this year.
Now you're just being mean.
My God.
You're just
Graham
being mean now.
Mertz is going to show people what the hell he's made of this season. I can tell you that. And the
Hardest
reason
schedule
why-
in the history of college football.
Hardest
It's bad.
schedule.
Look, I'm telling you, I don't dislike Florida. I looked at their schedule and I was like, someone needs to say a prayer for these boys.
No, the last they can legitimately go 6-6 and then go 0-6 at the end of the season. But then again, they still play Miami.
That's 18
they still
games.
Well,
6-6 and then
I had a conversation about a month ago. I said, I don't know
That's
who
18
does
games.
these scheduling.
6-0. Sorry. God damn it! Did I just say? All right, I can't even think.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm like,
Don't worry, we got it on
Yeah,
recording.
they might go 6-0 and then 0-6.
No, I said
Yeah.
many. I had this conversation about a month ago, and I said I don't know who does Florida and South Carolina's scheduling.
Yeah,
because,
game-
But they're
Yeah.
assholes.
because they are always in the top 3 hardest schedules
Yeah.
every year, just because they play in the SEC. I'm like, start playing some patsies.
Gamecock fans,
Yeah.
be happy
You know
with
what?
a 4-8 season this year.
You know what sucks?
oh,
20,
That's about as good as
Sellers
it's
is
going
pretty
to
and a
good.
new coach.
2025 season for the SEC is the same exact schedule, just different places where they're playing home games.
Well, he
so
said-
Florida's playing Texas this year in Texas, and then they're playing in Gainesville next year. They're going to play.
So I digress.
We're talking about this
who
year,
is
though.
who is Florida's coach next year?
no, Billy Napier will be
Napier.
there.
Next year?
Oh
Yeah, I mean,
Wait,
how
did
can
you
he
He's
fire
not
after
on the
that
hot
schedule?
seat.
Did you just skip
Wait,
ahead?
what?
Hold on.
After that schedule?
He skipped ahead. Wait.
What we got? We got
No,
Cheeks.
we can.
Hey,
Let me just leave
no,
this
no,
show.
let Cheeks fucking talk, will you? Damn it.
All right.
What you got, Cheeks?
I'm happy with going in the order you had set for us.
Yeah, but
Hey, you don't have to explain yourself.
Okay.
What you got?
Billy
We've
Napier.
become a bipolar show.
That's fine. Billy Napier is not on the hot seat. He called my team out. I got to
It's
fucking
not.
ask
It's
him.
fine.
Ask. I wouldn't call it ask.
Cheeks. I want to hear from Cheeks. What you got, Cheeks?
Well,
Who's on the hot seat
on the hot seat.
for coaches?
I think Beamer is.
Shane Beamer is
Negative.
definitely on the hot seat.
Negative.
I think if he has 4 losses, I think he's going away.
4 losses? So
I'm sorry, four
wins.
wins.
4 wins. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh, he
And
goes away
8
with
losses.
Yeah, I think it'll be hard
Yeah.
for him to get more than 4 this year.
Yeah,
No,
I do too.
I
Looking
don't.
at that schedule,
Sellers is going to
I
raise
hope
some
so.
eyebrows.
we have 3 new quarterbacks.
No, we got one
No,
new
You
quarterback.
got a quarterback. You got
Well,
Sellers.
we have people that
Sellers is the
play,
quarterback.
but Rattler was our guy. So
Yeah,
No,
but
Sellers.
Sellers can run.
Sellers is going to bring a dimension that folks aren't going to see. They win more than 4 games this year. They will surprise
I
one or
think
2
they will.
teams.
I
I promise you
think
they do.
South Carolina will.
South Carolina will.
Are we still talking about
Yeah.
South Carolina?
We're talking about South
we
Just
have
started.
a tough schedule.
They will surprise somebody, but it
Probably
might be
Florida.
like no, it won't be. They're not
Missouri.
playing
Are
Florida.
they playing Missouri this year?
They do play Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
this year,
Missouri,
Oh, yeah.
and it's here. It's
Yes,
here.
it is.
So historically, the Battle of Columbia
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
wins. So wherever you go,
Yes.
they win the game.
Well, I
The
hope
home
so.
team
That would be
is a
fun to
winner.
watch.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I am going to the first game of the season at Williams-Brice.
and who are
So,
they playing?
it's like
Oh my God!
can't
It's like
remember.
it's
not a
the
good.
late-
It's
Is it
not a
Charleston
big game.
Southern?
No, it's not. I can't
Here it is.
remember.
Wofford.
I got it.
It's not even Wofford. It's
Old Dominion.
Old Dominion. Yeah.
Oh, a Sunbelt team. They're terrible.
At 4:15, they gave us a 4:15.
But who they play?
But then again, that's why I'm going because it'll be a fucking great tailgate.
But here's what I love. Here's
First
what I love
game of the
about
season.
South Carolina. Week 3.
South Carolina,
Yep. Who they
Who
got?
do they play?
LSU.
In Cola at noon.
Yeah.
Whew,
If
that'll
The
be
they
week
fun.
before
beat-
that, we're losing to Kentucky.
If they start out 3-0,
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's
Legitimately could.
Again, everybody's talking about look. So when it comes to this polling and all this garbage,
Well, we're gonna
nobody
start
ever
from
looks
the
straight at
seats.
the stats. It's all about the psych test, the litmus test. You let South Carolina come out the gate 3-0 with a win at home against LSU.
No, there's a lot of good morale on that team
Oh,
at that point.
my biggest concern for the Gamecocks is have they done anything with their offensive line because it was so abysmal last year.
All right, so again,
You're
let me-
right.
Let me
The
tell you what they
quarterback
did about
didn't
their
do well.
offensive line.
I'm asking.
They hired Sean Elliott back. When Sean Elliott was running the offensive line for South Carolina, it was the best offensive line they had in history of the program.
yeah.
He gave up a head coaching job
So we do
at
have
Georgia
Elliott then.
State.
Good.
And they hired Elliott to come back and coach their offensive line. A Camden born and raised. He's in the top 100 football players of all time in South Carolina. He is a offensive guy. That's why their offensive line is going to be way improved.
Honestly, Rattler could have been a Heisman hopeful
If he came back.
No, I mean if he had a chance.
If he could
to-
run it for his life.
If he had a chance to go through his reads.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
don't think he was more of a Heisman hopeful when he was with Oklahoma?
No, because that was
Caleb took that from him.
I have
Yeah.
I have a question to ask.
yeah.
Of those 12 teams I just went through,
You
what
went
is-
through, you went through them all.
I went through all 12 of them, and what is one thing that you did not have on that list? There's no Big 12 teams on that list because they're so...
Bad.
No.
It's not that they're so bad, it's so hard to predict who's going to be the champion of that conference because
Okay,
Yeah.
there's Utah, Kansas,
All right.
State, Oklahoma, Baylor,
Oklahoma State.
State,
I'm going to be the
Baylor.
guy. I'm going to be the guy here. So we're talking about all this. You know, I'm a Group of 5 guy.
Yeah.
Who is the Group of 5 team that makes the playoffs? Your opinion. I got mine.
I told you,
I got
Liberty
mine.
is going to be the
you
one.
think it's Liberty?
Only because
I got mine
their
and I got
schedule
my
is so,
Big 12 two teams.
Their schedule is so easy they're
So
going to
who do you
hide this
think-
record.
It will be Liberty, but
Okay.
it's not fair.
Who do you think?
Tulane.
Tulane.
I said Liberty. Yeah, you don't have
Yeah.
to look at me again. I don't have a second choice.
Yeah, Rebel.
He wanted you to change your fucking mind.
I'm gonna go.
App State, baby, #1 mountain fucking world.
So
whatever.
you tell me. So when they beat Liberty and Boone, what are you going to come back and buy me a drink? You going to kiss my ass?
He already bought you a bottle.
He
I
did.
will-
He actually did.
Yeah.
I will lick the ball sack, bro.
Oh!
I'm kidding, man.
I don't want to be
kidding.
part of that kind
That's
of podcast.
disgusting.
The Group of
That's
5. The Group of 5 will be either App State or Boise State. That'll be the two it is. It's not going to be Liberty.
So Boise
We're not
State,
doing
they got Malachi Nelson, and I think he's starting the quarterback, former #1 overall quarterback recruit in the nation. Went to USC, fizzled out. Went
No,
somewhere else,
he played behind
fizzled
that
out,
bum that they
and
had
now
out
he's
there.
at Boise State.
So that's where that's
Boise State or
win.
App
I'm still going
State
Liberty.
is your
I'm
group
going-
of
I'm going for
five
Liberty.
entry into the playoffs.
And I'm
going
going
to
to go with my two
now.
teams from the Big 12. I'm going to go Kansas State, and I'm going to go Utah. Those are my two top teams from the Big 12.
I think Kansas State.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, you said both. So, I mean, I think Utah gets in and then they get annihilated.
It depends on how
Utah
healthy
gets
Cam
in it.
is.
Yeah,
I love Cam Rising.
I don't think that Utah has.
They lost
the-
a lot of skill positions. If he gets in, he gets
Yeah,
crushed.
if they win the
Maybe.
But hold on. If they win the Big 12, then they're going to be number 4. So they're going to have the first week bye.
They'll-
right?
yeah,
They'll be number
exactly.
4. And then who will they be playing afterwards? They'll be playing either, what would that be? They'd be playing the 5th ranked team or the 12th ranked team. So they're most likely going to be playing the 5th ranked team, which might be Georgia. Then they'll get their asses whooped. Yeah, that first game that they play. That's true.
Yep.
You know, because there's no,
Yep.
if Georgia's playing.
Or Ole Miss, you know.
Yeah, or exactly. So yeah, I would say that Utah is most likely out the first round unless there's some miracle that happens.
Second round. Be a
That
second
sounded
round.
so
Well, it'll be a
Canadian.
second round. Yeah,
Be a
but the
second
first game that they play.
Out.
Sorry, I'm
Are you from Canada again?
You are ready for ice hockey.
Not from Canada. Yeah, I'm getting ready for ice hockey. Yeah, exactly. Hey, we've been going a little bit long, so we're gonna make this really quick. We're gonna skip a few things. We're gonna talk about the questions. The most overrated 2024 college draft player now in the NFL. Beth.
Wow, that was my question.
Wait a minute. What? Read the question again.
Who is the most overrated player that was drafted?
2024 player from the draft. The most overrated player.
Oh shit! I got my
in the NFL.
fucking answer.
Well, that
Well,
was my
Beth-
number one too. But
Sorry,
you
Cheeks.
can have that.
Cheeks
You can
gets
have
to
it.
go first.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my number one was the fan favorite Caleb Williams.
It ain't. He's a bum.
Overrated.
Overrated.
That's what,
Right.
that's what we're saying.
Right, totally
So
overrated.
he's a bum. You just said it.
Totally overrated, yes. But my number two, because I knew you were going to pick that one. My
Of
number
course.
two is Lad McConkey.
Because we don't know who that is.
No, he's a receiver from
Yes.
Georgia.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
playing
okay.
with the is it Patriots? Here, I'll tell you right now.
No, West Coast.
No.
Lad
Raiders?
McConkey.
Chargers.
No.
Yes.
Chargers. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's the one that.
But if you're a good receiver, the Chargers.
No.
are the place to be.
He's the one that went to the combine and ran stupid fast, and they
Yes.
got enamored by it.
Yes.
And you can go back in draft history to when they get, he runs 4.2. We can make him catch the ball. They can never make him catch
They
the
cannot?
ball.
He's just
His
bad.
She's not wrong.
Okay. Wow.
She's not wrong.
2023 season was less than spectacular.
They've got people
2
saying
touchdowns.
they're saying Caleb Williams is going to get the Bears in the playoffs.
No.
You're out of your
No.
freaking mind if you believe that. I don't know. Like, I think he's like a CNN guy that everybody's like, oh, we got to love this guy. He's a bum. He's a bum.
He's
What-
always got his hand out.
What do you really think, though?
He's a bum. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think the Bears are dog shit last year. They're dog shit this year. They're dog shit next year. And in 3 years, everybody's going, what happened to Caleb Williams? He was a fucking bum. That's what happened.
He was a Johnny
That's
Manziel.
the paper smack. Right there, okay?
You know,
He
You
was a
ain't going to argue with me, are you?
and I'm not going to argue with it, but I'm going to say I think Caleb is going to have a decent NFL career.
What,
Yeah.
being a backup?
No.
The third-team guy?
No, but my biggest
He
bust,
ends at the Browns?
my most overrated player that was drafted in this year's draft is Malik Neighbors, receiver from LSU. Yeah, he's having a hard time catching the ball in spring training.
Where's he at? I forget.
The Giants.
The Giants.
And
Well, is it because you got
Him a shitty team.
Jones throwing him the ball?
maybe. You know what? And it sucks to be
You
him.
got her cussing that.
And you know what? You know what? Hey,
Oh my God.
you know what? It sucks to be him, but he went 6,
Ah.
and it's too bad for him. He's
Yeah.
not going to have a long career as a receiver in the NFL.
Maybe he can live in his mom's basement
Oh.
and eat chicken parmesan.
Can he paint his nails?
You got Ray.
We're moving on to the next question.
Wait, who's your guy?
I don't have one. I don't know. I didn't think about your
Oh,
question.
Spencer Rattler.
It was your
my
question.
third.
No, it was
No, it's
her
my
That'd be
question.
a bust. He'd actually be a surprise.
We got
I don't think
Rebels.
he's gonna
We got
last long,
Rebels
thing.
question.
We were supposed to propose.
We have Rebels question. The first one. He has 2 questions.
Okay, because I don't have a question.
No, you didn't send me a question.
I didn't know I was
Answer.
supposed to.
Does a group of 5
to read
team?
something?
If you list, if you read my show
Yeah.
notes every week that I send to you,
Why the hell would I do that?
I know, right? You're too busy. All right, Rebel. Does a group of 5 team ever win it all? Now that we have the 12-team playoff, even though they have the opportunity to get in no matter what. Does a group of
My
5
opinion on
teams
this was, I've already used my example. I got ahead of myself. This year, no. But with the changes in scholarships, the changes in the landscape, a few upsets on the team that may get in, whoever that is for the group of 5, a few upsets in front of them for the Power Fours, it could happen in the future. To this year, no. It does not happen. But
not this year, but in the future,
next
they
year?
figure out how to do it.
Well, again,
A powerhouse
because
team.
now the dynamics have changed to where all this talent is going to fall to them because you're limiting your roster spots. So now all this talent that may want to go to a Power 4, this 3-star, lower 4-star stuff starts falling to the group of 5 schools. It could happen because I saw it happen in a lower division. That's why I go with it.
Can I answer it just quickly?
Yes.
He's gonna go next.
Yes, 2034 Troy. Thank you.
You may not be wrong. He may not be wrong with that.
Final question of the day.
No,
Final question of the day. Ready?
Yeah.
Survey says,
Why is LeBron such a bitch?
first off,
And I don't know who asked that question.
First
It just
off-
happened to get to
either.
me.
first off, go fuck yourself.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead.
got a goal.
I'm gonna jump in here. All right. Everybody wants to hate him.
Let me preface. This dude's from Ohio. So go ahead.
True.
I did say that the Rebel had 2 questions.
I'm-
I did not say who asked that question.
So I'm
yet.
from Ohio.
Confirm.
I'm from Ohio. I grew up a Michael Jordan fan. I grew up watching Michael Jordan, and
he's still
I wasn't
the GOAT.
I wasn't a Bulls fan, but I rooted for the Bulls because of Michael Jordan. As an adult, I
everybody
became a LeBron James fan. As I've watched him, has he made some political statements or
I don't give a
thoughts
damn about his politics.
that I don't agree with?
Well, we don't
sure.
agree with his
But do I think that he's a hell of a basketball player? Absolutely.
All right. So my take on this
Absolutely.
is, yes,
He's a hell of a basketball
He's a
player.
bitch. You want to tell you why?
No.
He's 6'9". He's what, 265?
Yeah.
He should never pick himself up off the ground unless somebody chops his leg off. That dude flops. He's a bitch. You want to tell you why? At the end of the damn day, Kobe Bryant. I'm going to bring up Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
Kobe Bryant
Love Kobe.
tore his Achilles, shot 2 free throws, and tried to run down the court and went,
kept playing.
Phil, I think I can do it. And Phil put, no, you shut your mouth. And Phil said,
This is not what the fuck happened.
it is what happened.
He was taking the free throws.
Should I get some popcorn?
After his
Yeah.
second free throw,
He said, "Take
they
me
called
out."
timeout, and then he limped off.
But he was going the whole time. Don't take me out, and he took him out. Go back and watch
He
the film.
knew he could not do it.
But you know what?
Yes.
Great. So he came out after 2 free throws.
Yes.
LeBron got a cramp and made 3 guys carry his fucking bitch ass off the court. Okay? No, he's a bitch. And you want to tell you why? Now,
I don't want you to tell me why, because I disagree.
No, well, you can disagree all you want. That's fact.
He's
Go
on
watch
my
the film.
favorite
It's
NBA
facts that
team,
he's a
so
bitch
I'm okay.
ass?
Yes. Because at the end
So
of
your opinion that he is a bitch ass is a fact.
No, you can
Let's
look
really
at when
There's
he
a
got
lot of
a
emotion
cramp.
on this.
He said, "Bring me a tampon," and
Oh,
then he
because
goes,
that's a fact? Because he said that?
No, that's
Did
me.
you just take a shot at women?
No, I took
You
a shot at me
jerk.
bleeding.
Oh.
And so
Gone
that's
to hell, y'all.
No, but at the end of the day, here's the thing, though.
In a handbasket.
Look, I never liked him. I won't hide
And that's
that.
fine. You don't have to.
I will, never will.
That's fine.
But then he's at the Olympics, and a kid comes up, says, "Get a picture of me," and he blows him off the dick to him.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
No,
I got you now. Michael fucking Jordan said, "Fuck them kids." That's it. Fuck them kids. That's what fucking that's what Michael Jordan said.
And
he
with
literally
that-
said, "Fuck them kids. I'm out."
With
No,
that,
anybody wants to go dance outside of a club, look,
That's it.
I'm going to
That's it.
shake my ass. He's a bitch. LeBron James. LeBron James is a bitch. End of conversation.
with that being said,
I love
with that being
LeBron
said,
James, sorry.
hey, thank y'all for listening to Season 5, Episode 1 of Guys in the Bar Talking Sports!
See ya.